Hey there, I'm Jer, and welcome back to the C4 Restoration Diary series. So I saw this great idea to keep you from getting locked out of your hood. Sometimes the cable underneath your car, you pull the latch and it's attached with a cable. Sometimes that cable will snap and you're not going to be able to open your hood very easily. There is a tool you can buy, this goofy thing. This I actually made myself. It's just a blue steel rod that's kind of like a dowel. I got it from Home Depot and I already had it for something else, and I just bent it and it does the same exact thing. What you're supposed to do is jam it in your hood just right, and then you twist it once you get on the lock, and you're supposed to know you're right on that lock, and that will unlatch it. I've demonstrated using this in the past on a previous video. It does work, but how about you do something ahead of time that is way easier and super cheap? Some guys have installed like wires that you attach to the latches and they drape them inside of the actual cowl area where your windshield wipers are at. Those cables, those are a great idea, but I actually like this idea better. Well, I finally did this just in case. I've known about people using little steel cables on here and they drill a little hole on it, but I never thought about this. I saw someone just post this on Facebook with a zip tie and they just lay it on top. What a great idea. I mean, it will still work. Yeah, there you go. And it will match and you won't really even see it down there. So there you go. I have that on both sides. And yeah, one day I'll get to this car, I promise. Oh my gosh, look at this, doing some work on the Corvette. Guy locally here in town on Marketplace is parting out a 87, and he's like, hey, I just want the drivetrain stuff. So I think he's going to make a vet card out of it. So all the interior and a lot of exterior stuff, he's parting out. So I'm going to try to get as much trim as I can, but I'm going to get the hatch. He's going to sell me a hatch for $30. Yes. And even if it is broken, even like if a couple of them are broken, I can at least repair those because I have nothing to repair in mine. So I have to take the seatbelt off, getting this trim piece out because I believe the hatch bolts are through the top here because I can see the stud on the one side, but there's got to be a bolt underneath this trim. So hopefully I'm not taking all this trim out well, I am, because I got to swap tops anyways. So he's also going to give me the hinge and everything and the light. So to get it out the right way is through here. So T50 star bit to get the seatbelt out. And the way this comes off comes from the bottom, not from the top. Don't pull really hard from the top like I was doing. I'm like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, that is on there. 5/16 is the size for. Let's try step 1 here. Level 1, use an extender bar on the socket. You gotta have a good socket, not some. This is not the one you use from the $5 Harbor Freight tool set. It'll probably break, but this is like really sketchy how I'm doing this. Oh, gosh dang. Okay, well that is the first one I've ever encountered that's in there properly. That is in there. I need to use an impact gun to get that out of there, it seems like. Okay, next level. This is like plan, the plan 1 was extender bar. This is still plan 1, but like plan 1.2. I don't know. Was there a 1.1? I guess that was 1.1. All right, so this is a longer bar, and I can get way better position here. So I got to get this in here centered. Okay. Come on. There, yay. Oh, okay. Impact wrench if you got it. a T50 impact wrench, that would be, I just don't know how I would do that. Not without breaking the adapters. I think the adapters would break because that was a lot of force. Okay, that's out. That's obviously never been out. Otherwise it would have been loose. Okay, I think I gotta take my top off next, and then I can get the pillar, the B pillar off. So it's still not coming off. I have all the screws off. There must be a screw underneath this light, so this light must pop out. I got this dang trim out. I had all the bolts out, but I don't know. I think it's supposed to pull towards the front of the car, and then it will kind of slide out or something. But I don't know. It didn't seem to go well. Let me see if I can see those hatch bolts that I was after in the first place. Awesome. So the bolts that I'm after here on the top of the hatch, just right here. So there's just 2 bolts, and I'm like, well, there has to be screws on the other side because there's no way you can unscrew that. Otherwise, to get the glass off, I think you're looking at removing these. I don't know. But this seems like a simpler solution. Just go underneath here, and look, there's 2 bolts right there. Bam, right underneath the B pillar. So there you go, and they'll come out, and this is where you can get the light unplugged and everything the way you're supposed to. So I guess the way you were supposed to get that off, what I did wrong, this is what I did wrong that made it more difficult, is you're supposed to take this trim. There's this trim that goes along the outside all the way along here, and it's still installed over here, and that was kind of like fighting with the other side, I think, a little bit. But then, I don't know. I'll have a much better idea once I put it back together how how to get it out again. All right, check this out. Get that glass, I think, for like $35, and a bunch of trim. Don't know how much I'm gonna get that for, but hopefully a good deal. So I already got the hardest part off. Both the seat belts came off. This car had T45. I don't think those are the right bolts for some reason. So yeah, making good progress. Okay, so the difference with my car was it was missing half the bolts. Like, I don't know if that screw was there. Definitely that screw that is behind the light was not attached. And those are the 2 big ones. And then it came off really easy. Okay, now let's get the top off. About ready to come out here. Oh, there it goes. And then this thingy, there it goes. Just pry that off. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, that's all off. That was not too hard of a job. Oh, looky there. That's what's supposed to be in the big hole in my information center. Chime box. That's what's missing. Funny. Someone took that out right away of mine. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Got the DMM hooked up to both sides of the defroster. Let's see if I get a value. That's good. That's awesome. That means it's working. Oh my gosh. I have resistance. You would think I'd have more, but you know, connectors might be loose. Half an ohm, huh? Cool. Yeah, you want to like actually as low resistance as possible on this thing, so it's gonna get hot. Nice. Okay, it works. I feel better now. I feel much better now. Okay, so my target top is not tightened down. Make sure you remember that. So I want to tint the glass before I install it. The plan is to take it to a shop and see if they can even do it. Fingers crossed. In the meantime, I still have a bunch of other projects to do on the C4, and I do regularly start the car more often now. Good news, the code came back on. And the AC's working, surprisingly. I don't have much air coming out, but it is blowing out nice and cold. And that compressor's on out there. But I got like my belt tensioner's dying or something. There's like a new commotion going on with the fan belt and stuff too. Ugh, it's always something. Dash works though. Because it's got such low drag coefficient, the C4 makes an excellent table. Because it's flat. Get it? Well, I'm just stupid. The battery went totally dead again. I waited way too long to start the car and charge the battery. But I do have a way better solution than last year when I connected it to a car. Oh no, oh no, 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 oh no, oh no, no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh. So after all this time, I finally got all the stuff off the Corvette here, and I was getting ready to charge the battery because I'm sure it's kind of low. And it's still hooked up. I'm not even gonna bother. It's dead. Oh, dang it! That is so bad for a battery to completely discharge it like that. Oh, so I'm gonna put a trickle charger on it that will force 12 volts on it and go from there. Oh, 13 volts. It's fine. Oh, I'm so glad it has 13 volts. Yay! Oh, jeez. So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And hey, at least it's not zero. So I'm going to plug this. I also have this hooked up as well underneath the hood here. So I'm going to plug this guy in while you're watching that. Let's see if I can do both these things simultaneously. Oop, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. So let that charge for a minute with the trickle charger. And then I'll hit it with the normal charger. And then unhook the trickle charger. But yeah, you can't even use the other charger. So that's what the trickle charger is doing. It is just forcing, I don't know, 1 amp or something. It's really low. Yeah, 1 amp. It's just 1 amp. So that ain't gonna hurt it. So, but look, now it's stabilizing. And then I can plug that in and then charge it. Okay, here it is in action. I just unplugged the trickle charger because it charged the battery enough, plugged this thing in, and it was finally working. The display just turned off, so if I touch it again, there we go. It's charging at 12 volts, and it's 78%, 79% charged, and it's just charging at 3 amps right now. So this is still not a real charge because I still had the trickle charger hooked up as that was doing its diagnostic to see if it was allowed to charge the battery or not. So I'll cycle it once and then do it again, and then hopefully that will be a real test to try to get this battery to not be dead, but that's bad for it. So that's why I'm starting to switch over to the yellow top batteries, because those are made to be drained, kind of like a deep cycle battery. But I mean, they're still not made to be drained, but it doesn't hurt them as bad, because I do shit like this all the time. It sucks. It sucks to kill batteries. So I'll just let this go and let it charge, because now this is no longer a table. Now the roof is now the table. Well, I finally have the hood clear. So let's try to do a cold start. Is this car gonna start? I don't know. It's been a hot minute. All right. Do. Oh, wow. to give it some throttle. Not funny, I don't even have a code yet. Everything's fine. This is normal. There it goes. Volts. Whoa, what was that? Why would that happen? What the hell was that? You saw that, right? I flipped the switch and the car died. I wish I had... I wish I could see voltage and temperature at the same time. So it hasn't thrown a code yet because I'm not idling. Oh, yeah, now the AC came back on again. Oh, because I turned the car on and off. Okay, let me let it idle like the way it's supposed to. It still has a myth. Then I can smell it too. But, so yeah, definitely have some work to do on this car. We'll let it warm up and get up to operating temperature. But look, still no code. It'll eventually throw a code. It just did that thing again where it completely died and turned back on. Just like when I flipped that switch. So that must have been a coincidence. So the whole engine died and came back to life. Maybe it is a fuel problem. Well, it actually did turn out to be a coincidence. Because remember what happened back in 2023? I don't know. It's because like the whole system stopped for a second and then turned back on. So it was quite strange. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, fuel pressure test and blah, blah, blah at some point. This car's next on the list, I promise. Ugh. Oh, wonderful. What the heck is causing that? I still haven't started troubleshooting this issue yet, so if you want to give me some tips, go ahead and put those in the comment section below if you just want to randomly guess what the heck that issue is. Coming up in the next episode, I take the rear hatch to a tint shop to see if they will actually tint it. Will they? If you want to find out, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on the C4 adventure thus far. Have a fantastic day and happy C4ing.